guys, Evan Orrick here, back from another video, and today we're going to be doing the 2022 Thanksgiving Awards announcement. Now this is an announcement that is a little bit later than usual. I apologize for that. Usually it's the weekend before you're going to be watching this video, but again, apologies, I was a little bit late because this week with school has just been like horrendous. But I'm here to announce the 2022 Thanksgiving Awards and the theme for this year's competition. That theme will be UFO sci-fi. Now the reason why it's been very hard to introduce this theme to you guys is because it's been very hard to kind of say it in a way that's not vague. I mean, think about it. If I just went up here and said sci-fi, you'd all be like,
forget about what that word means. There's a fire breaking out in the language lobes. We need to get out of here.
Now, like always, there are rules for this competition, and the winner will be getting, as always, a $50 Amazon gift card. There will also be, depending on if not many people drop out, a second in place prize, which I'd never announce until the actual Thanksgiving Awards itself. The first rule is that it has to be between 1 and 3 minutes long. So yes, no less than 1 minute, no longer than 3 minutes. And I say that because when you're actually editing it, because I'm gonna be the one doing it, it will be way too hard to export an entire Thanksgiving Awards video I need to upload on Thanksgiving Day if the submissions are 7-8 minutes long, but I also don't want them to be too short, which is why it should be at least over a minute. Second rule is that I don't want this to be copied off of a different sci-fi film or series. What I mean by that is I don't want you guys submitting something that is like Star Destroyer versus Rebel Flagship, because obviously you're completely taking that from Star Wars, and I want it to be something that is somewhat original and goes into the realm of UFOs or within that genre, and then furthermore in the genre of sci-fi. Now I understand there will always be the problem of, well, how can I just come up with something purely original? I have to make a spaceship? Do I have to make a set for it? I'm not suggesting that, because I know in the end to make all that from scratch is very difficult, but if you're going to use a Star Wars ship or a Star Trek ship, for instance, and make something with that, reference it not to those films that they came from. Make it up and give it its own name, give it its own story. Of course, in the end, it might not be purely original, but it's original enough to the point where I know you're not literally taking the idea from Star Trek or Star Wars. And the third and final rule is that I need this by November 20th. That is the deadline, because by that point I have a few days left before Thanksgiving, enough time to edit it and get it in just about time. So please, no later than November 20th. And another key rule, which isn't a real rule, I'm saying that metaphorically, do not comment "I would like to enter this year's competition" and not end up uploading anything. If you know you're going to be the kind of person to say, hey, I'd like to join, but say I'm quitting out of the contest, please do not do that. You are taking up space for people who would really want to join, which is why I will be doing the waiting list idea that I did last year. This is how that works. First 10 people to comment "I would like to enter" are automatically in the contest. However, the next 5 people after those 10 to also say "I'd like to enter" are on the waiting list. That would mean that whenever one of those 10 people drops out, one of the people on the waiting list will take their place. Now the issue with that is that there will be a certain point where the waiting list will be obsolete, because if someone drops out literally a day or two before the contest, I wouldn't, of course, fill that spot up with someone who has 2 days to do the submission. And by the way, there is no limits to how you will actually film the submission itself. It could be a live action set, it could be a animation film, I don't care what it is, so long as it follows the theme and submission, because for far too long, I've kind of excluded lots of ways to film submissions in my Thanksgiving Awards. So again, if you can animate, feel free to animate. I know most of the people who join these submissions don't really tend to know how to animate, so they choose live action sets, which is something that I think was always how it worked. So again, guys, that is pretty much the theme for this year's Thanksgiving Awards announcement. I hope you guys are psyched. Again, winner gets the $50 Amazon gift card. You will be sent the code from me after you've been announced the winner. And good luck, guys. Again, do not enter if you do not think you're gonna produce a submission. So like, comment, subscribe. See you guys later, and bye-bye.